Welcome back to the another edition of cool tool that I think you should see that to do with AI. I should probably I told about it. I did not have access to it yet. And you can find it over 3d.csm. As far as I can tell, it's completely free to use. For now, I have a feeling it used quite a bit of compute power, so I did not imagine it's going to be free forever, but I have been going having a lot of fun playing with this one of what is this is a tool where you can upload a 2D image and it will convert into 3D image. You can see this. Speaking of 3D, here another piece of research that came out recently called text to room, extracting textured 3D meshes from 2D text to image models. With this research, people will be able to give a single prompt of room they want to see, and it will actually generate that entire room, a living room with a lit furnace, couch and cozy curtains, bright lamps that make the room look well. And then you can see here what it generated. It actually generated the full room in 3D. It created a depth map to the room, and that all came from a single text prompt. There another one editorial style, futuristic farmhouse, living room, stone fireplace, wood, wool, and it generated this entire 3D room with depth map. Once again, all from a text prompt. Another on editorial style photo eyes level, coast bedroom, bathroom, clawfoot tube, seashell, wicker blue and white, and once again it generated an entire 3D room that can be navigated around. See all of the elements that were originally prompted. Now the way this one essentially work is when you enter your text prompt, it generates a single image of what it thinks the room should like. In it then uses in the paint, if use mid journey zoom out of feature or mid journey pan feature that using in the paint, or if you are used Adobe generative fill that also using in the painting. It basically takes a piece of existing image for additional context and the generates another image what it thinks should be the next piece of that sense. And you can see as it generates that image, it creates more and more of the map of the rooms. As you can see up here in the left corner, it's in painting more and more image while also mapping out what the rooms look like. Once it done, it sort of the stitch together the entire room have, and then once the room is stitched together, it then estimates the depth of the object in the room to give that true 3D feelings to that rooms. Now this is one of that does not appear to have a demo yet on a place like Hugging Face or Google Colab. However, the code is available on GitHub, and if you know what you are doing, you can actually install this one of your own local machine and get it running. Here another interesting piece of research that I recently came across. We don't have across to any of it yet. We don't have the code. There is no demo of it up yet. It looks like both are coming soon, but this one called Any Door Zero, short object level image customization. And it you look at the examples that give here, they take a picture of the sloth stuffing here, and they take a picture of this windows here that has a watering can with some flowers in it. They mask out the watering can with the flower, and it replace the watering can with the flower with the image of sloth. Here another one where it has the picture of the poop emoji, a picture of desk. They mask out an area of the desk, and then the poop emoji appears on that area of the desk. And here another one with the backpack, a picture of living room with that looks like a really old school TV on it, and they mask out the TV and it replaces the TV with the backpack on the the stand. Here you can see some other use cases for its object moving. They actually move this vase here and this cutting board or whatever this is, actually move them to different areas on the tables, and the rest of the image may maintain exactly what it looked like before. Here once where two cars actually swap places. You have got a black car on the left and red car on the right, and using this technology it can actually swap the two cars, leaving everything else in the image the same. It also appears to work with multiple objects that have in the photo up of Gantt green glass fields. With all of these various images, various dogs, a couple of different little plushies here, it puts all of these this single image here. Another use case for this virtual, upload a picture of somebody, mask out the area that you want to put the clothes on, and then it show what that person would like, wear the specific clothing here. So this is one that again we don't have access to yet, but it looks like where we are gonna to getting a demo and code available soon, and this one should be pretty fun to play with. I mean, just the meme ability alone is gonna be huge. Alright, so this is the really fun. I have been seeing a lot of people talking about this on Twitter lately. It's called Chirp, and this is text to song generator. You can basically give it lyrics or have the chat GPT generate lyrics for you, and then it's turned into a song. Now it does not appear that you are actually get to choose the style of the song. It generates, it just takes the lyrics and generates whatever style of the song it wants, but it actually pretty dang good. Here one where it took Building Lights by the Weekends, and it took a little clip from that song and just turned it. I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, into completely new song. No, I cannot sleep. Here another one of where they took Get Lucky by Daft Punk and Pharrell Williams, and they took a clip from that songs and just generated a brand new song out of the a gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? Presents has nothing. What is this? Something famous means pretty good, similar to Mid Journey. You actually have to do inside the Discord bot. So if I join into the, but Suna is the company that create this. Here we can go into the one of these chips alpha rooms. This is so amazing. It actually generate two variations of the songs. You can see it already generated text to. It's available now to get access to. It's totally free, but you have go to this long Notion URL here. Make sure it's linked up in the description so that you can find it easily. Next, I want to tell you about combine both robotics and web data into generalized instructions that it can use to actually complete tasks. Because it was trained on the internet scale data, it actually had emergent semantic reasoning. So it was basically learning from the web and not moving things that the scientists specially trained on that presented a number of previous unseen objects to the robots and then elevated its performance on tasks that require semantic understanding that goes far beyond the robotic data that the model was fine-tuned on. So the objects that were put in the front of the robots had not been specific trained on what to do with these objects, other than the fact that it had been data from the web. So it able to put a strawberry into the correct bowls, and I know this image is small, but the ball of a bowl of strawberries, a bowl of maybe some sort of vegetables, is specifically know which bowl the strawberry should pick into the bags. And about the fall of the table, you can see there multiple bags on the tables, but one in the edge it picked up the specific that was about the fall of the tables. There was a couple of logos on the tables. It said move the apple to the Denver Nuggets, it put the apples on the Denver Nuggets logo, and then they are sort of the examples on the research page of the being to perform the task that it was necessarily trained on because it was able to learn additional context by browsing the web. I came across from Harpida here where she used this tools called Believa to actually wait on hold for when United lost her luggage. They actually explain in this video that United lost luggage. She called them to the figure out where it was. She got stuck in a phone tree and she used this Believa tool. It had info about the flight details, her name, anything that they might ask. When she actually got a customer service on the phone, it was able to actually press buttons in the phone tree to get the right person's wait on hold for the hours, and then when they finally got the right person, give the detail necessary to get the answer that she needed. When I saw these thoughts, this was really cool and had to check out Believa. Next, a video shown on Twitter name as they was shared to me. It was a little camera where you take a photo from the camera, you give it a little style like fairy tale, diamond, retro, etc, and using stable diffusion in control net, it takes whatever photo you can took in the moment and then convert it into style that you just ask it to convert. And here some examples. It takes the dogs, puts it into the space stations in the car, changes in Ferrari, takes the sense, puts it under water, and he calls it to the dream generator. A little further down the thread, they use show the prototype of where comes in the press or a little button. Here it talks selfie of him and it assuming it open demon mode because it turns him into like a demon. So it a cool little concept. This dream generator, link to tweet thread in the description, you can check it out for yourself. I think it did be kind too funny to get my hands on something like this, and then finally I cannot make a video about the latest cool research I came across without talking about LK99. This research papers dropped on archive within the last week and it claims to be the first room temperature ambient pressure superconductor now. If you are Twitter at all lately, LK99 has been the talk of the Twitter. Basically what this is saying that these researchers in South Korea managed to create a superconductor that operate at room temperature under normal conditions. You may have even seen these videos that show this piece of metal sort of half levitating. That is meant to be proof that they found the semiconductor. The reason that is important is because up until now scientists have only been able to find materials that superconductor at super cool temperature like negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit cooled. Because of this, superconductor have been really impractical to use. Now they are using like MRI machines and like the large hardened collider, but we cannot really use in small electronics or in the power grids. However, if this discovery does prove to be true, it should be actually enable less power, and which means we see a new explosion in technology from this. We'll see more efficient computers, more efficient longer machines like MRI will becomes more accessible and lot less expensive to use. Magnetic leviations technology which